Hi, my name's Kim Doyle Willie, and today we're making some savory garlic, orange, and chipotle tacos made with this wonderful new Kraft Philly cream cheese product, Savory Garlic Cooking Creams. They make us all be chefs right off the bat. So let's get started right away. We're going to start with about 2 cups of cabbage. I've taken about a quarter of a cabbage here. We're just going to slice it real thin and real fine, just real quick here. Now, this is kind of fusion cooking. I like mixing sweet and salty. So we're going to mix a little bit of orange concentrate, and we're going to mix soy sauce, you'll see, with a little chipotles. This recipe only takes about 15 minutes. Once we finish the chopping here at the main table, we'll just head over to the stove, and it cooks right up in 5 minutes. We've got that about cut up enough. We're just going to put that right into our bowl. It comes out to be about 2 cups of cabbage. I've got some nice little wooden bowls here since it's kind of a Mexican, El Salvadoran theme. That's what I love fusion cooking. So I'm mixing, chipotles are generally used in the Sonoran cooking in Mexico. But today we're going to mix it with El Salvadoran. That's why I cut up cabbage. The El Salvadoran like to cook with, it would be ideal actually if you used a coleslaw mix because they have the carrots and the red cabbage and the green cabbage. So it adds nice color, but it also adds great vegetables, makes these really healthy and light. And then they'll also mix the diced cilantro that we'll have in there in just a second. I just thin slice this really quick all the way through. I just remove the ends and cut it in half and then just remove the peel that way. After all these years, I finally figured that out. And see, we just dice that up. And I think we're good to go on that. And that comes out, I just used about half an onion. And that was kind of a medium to large onion that I used. Just scoop that into the bowl, and see, these will all be ready for us just to go right to eating. Now we'll just take a good handful of cilantro. We'll just grab this. I've already washed it up. Now what I like to do with cilantro to make it chop up or to dice it up faster, I roll the cilantro right down towards the end of the stem down here. I roll the leaves up. And then I just go ahead and cut off the stem. And then what I'm doing is kind of making like I think it's called a chiffonade. And you just dice through, you just slice really thin through there, but it makes it really nice and thin. And you've rolled it up and you've saved yourself a lot of work because I do the same thing with lettuce. It just makes it, if you've got to have lettuce, and see how nice and fine that came out. I don't know if you can see that. So we'll just put that in the bowl, and then we'll just cut up some meat. We've got a pound of I have round roast that we're going to, it was something cheap that I found, and we'll just dice that up really quick. And we've got this eye round. Now what I'm going to do is just slice through it. I think I'll get all that cilantro off my knife real quick. We'll just slice through this eye round. This is a nice little cut. It'll cook up really quickly. Literally, this meat cooks up in 5 minutes. And with this cooking cream, it's awesome because it turns us all into instant chefs. I mean, the savory flavors of it, it's just kind of, it's got robust. And normally I would cook this with garlic and serve it with sour cream because I like to just kind of smooth out that heat of the chipotles. So now what I'm going to do, I've ended up with 6 slices. So I'm just going to slice through them lengthways and then dice them, just like that. That ended up just being 3 cuts. And see, I'm just going to cut them in about 1/2-inch little sections, just like that. See, I'll just show you. I don't know if you can see it. The light's kind of bright. There you go. I'll just do up these others, and I'll be right back to you. we're all diced up. We're just going to slide that into a bowl and take it over to the stove. And let's just move right on over there because we're all set to go with what we've got here. Oh, I did want to mention that I'm using a 4-ounce container that I got of just crumbled feta cheese. Normally I would use cotija cheese. It's spelled C-O-T-I-J-A. It's a Mexican cheese. It's crumbled. It's got a little salty flavor. And that's what I like when I'm going to mix with the orange juice. And it just gives it a nice, sweet, salty flavor. So we'll be right back to you at the stove. So we'll be right back to you at the stove. Okay, we're over at the stove. I've got a kind of a high heat going under this cast iron skillet. And I'm just going to spray it real quick with some cooking spray. That'll keep the meat from sticking too much. And we're going to put the diced meat that we did right in this hot pan. It's all ready to go, nice and sizzling. A nice little thing here. I am loving these new cooking creams. You can dip. I've been dipping crackers in them. You can put them on noodles or rice. You're an instant chef with these things. They've got nice, complex, really gourmet flavors in them. So that's what makes this great because I don't even have to mince the garlic or stand here and make sure it doesn't burn. I've got this great sauce I'm going to add in just a minute. So while that's starting to cook, we'll just let it sit there. We'll give it a little bit of salt and pepper on it. Just to taste. Now remember, it's going to have soy sauce in it, so you don't have to put too much salt on it, but a little salt is in. I always fill my salt shaker with kosher salt too. I feel it brings up the flavors a little bit better. Now I've got a bowl already here. In this little bowl, I've got 1/3 cup of soy sauce. In this bowl, we've got 1/3 cup of orange juice concentrate, just the frozen concentrate, just straight. I find that it's just that nice sweet flavor to mix with this. And then I just grab a can of chili chipotles. Now chili chipotles were from the Aztec era when winters would come. They got into smoking their jalapenos, and then they would store them in a vinegar sauce, and that's what we're using is the adobo sauce. It has onion and garlic and stuff in it too. We're going to go ahead and put that in that bowl. Now if you don't like things as spicy, just go ahead and use a little bit, and then you can always add more. You can't undo it once it's hot. It's too hot for you. So we're just going to stir that up a little bit and keep that ready. And our meat is cooking up here. We'll just come back in a minute and we'll get this all added together.